What's shaking, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. We're going back to their 1988 album, The Innocents, the third studio album. We're up to a tune called Heart of Stone. It's a very interesting title. Obviously, there's a bit of contradiction there. There's a bit of tension in the sense that a heart is the sort of driving engine of a biological machine like humans and other biological organisms. But if it were to turn to stone, the organ would be dead, and by extension, the organism would soon die. So saying heart of stone is, again, it's sort of a contradiction. There's a tension between, like, is it living or is it not? And then, as you know, many people know, and literature and many different types of fictional entertainment, a heart of stone would tend to be applied as a metaphor to someone who is cold and unfeeling, someone who does not reciprocate kindness or is otherwise not magnanimous or gregarious, or other terms which speak to a sort of inviting, welcoming, and affable nature. It could also refer to someone who does not return or reciprocate emotional feeling in a physical relationship, perhaps someone who in one way or another gets into a physical relationship with another person but is not conveying the same emotion outside of the strict physical end of their relationship. So I think it could be taken a number of ways, but I do like the metaphor of the title. I do like the sort of the visual image it suggests, so we'll have to see how it comes to play. Given that it's an Erasure song, you know, my inclination is to think that it does have to do with a relationship, and maybe a relationship with different dimensions. Like, there is a connection, but one person perhaps feels like there should be a greater development in another sphere, another sector of their relationship, but perhaps, you know, the other person seems to be, at least from the outside looking in, to be unfeeling and dispassionate. So yeah, we'll have to see. But once again, wanted to give a shout out to the co-producer, but that's not on this tune, that's just Ship of Fools. I keep reading that because I see the asterisk. But yeah, the overall album was produced by Erasure and, no, that's Bob Crouchen. Okay, so it was engineered by Bob Croucher and produced by Stephen Hague. Yeah, so album is produced by Erasure and Stephen Hague, engineered by Bob Croucher. But yeah, this is a 1988 song. This is Heart of Stone from Erasure on The Innocents. Why am I all alone? Something about coming home. Also, it's him. Oh. So he's like, I'm not going to let myself get hurt again. I'm not going to care anymore. I'm going to make my own heart into a stone. Because that's the only way to not be at the bottom of your emotional life. But it's also another person, I guess. It's like saying, you must have had a heart of stone if you could walk away and pretend like this didn't mean anything. Like, what? I love the way it goes up with heart. Oh, so he's waiting for the other person to come home, maybe? And why is he all alone? I think that it's playing with Heart of Stone on both sides, but it sounds like he wants the return of the former lover, former partner. Reference to his mother there, though. Little brass flare. Not like that stone shell, the outer casing, get back to the living tissue. That brass in this one. It's funky, it's fun, it gives a lot of flavor. It's another fun, awesome tune. As I go through their catalog, like, I can't imagine there's going to be too many where I outright dislike them. In part, you know, I'm going to keep saying this, and, you know, my Depeche Mode fellow fans out there, stick with me here. Basically, I love Depeche Mode to death, but there are some songs where I feel like they tried to, like, go to such an abstract place where, like, there are a few over the course of the albums where I'm like, I don't know, it's like a bit dark, it's like, I'm not sure if my brain can kind of, you know, the dissonance of that one is heavy and sharp and so on. But it just seems like a lot of Erasure songs are very like warm and inviting. Maybe every once in a while there's one that's a bit more moody, perhaps with a trace of melancholy, but it seems like a lot of their songs are fun and euphoric and enthusiastic. So as I said, I imagine I'm going to keep enjoying the vast majority of their tunes, and that's another foot tapper, like finger snapper. That's a solid tune. As I said, I think it's playing with the concept of a stone heart on like both sides of the relationship, and I think ultimately I think there's a sense that they want the relationship to re-instantiate, but I do think they're also questioning like how the other person could have left them in the first place. So yeah, let me know what you think of that one. Let me know what you think about the sonics or the lyrics. Always love to hear other people's comments on the details of a tune. Other than that, thank you for listening and watching. I will see you next time.